Hi everybody, my name is Jessie and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you enjoy perfume and also ASMR, you are in a good place for our video today. Alright, so today I'm doing a review of Victoria's Secret's Bare Sueded Vanilla. I think this is their newest launch. Yeah, I just looked 2025. And I was interested to smell it. I got a little coupon for like free panty, you know how that goes with Victoria's Secret. And I saw that this was new, so I was really interested to smell it. I wound up buying it because in order to get the free panty, I needed to buy something. So I'm going to be doing a review on this today. And stay tuned. I will also just touch briefly on Bare Rose, which I have here, also from the Bare line. And in my collection, I own Victoria's Secret Heavenly, so I'll also touch on that briefly. There is some noise in the background. I think my neighbors are getting their septic pumped. I don't know, it's really loud though, so apologies about that. As you can see, this is the only one from the Bare collection that has this like frosted bottle. The bottle's really pretty. This doesn't really do it justice, but the bottle is in a frosted or like sea glass type bottle in this nude color. So as always, I am dressed on theme-ish. I've got various colors of nude on and gold earrings because of the gold on the bottle. I don't know why they have black here, but it's really like gold on the bottle. And my nails actually match today as well, like a nude brown. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray and give this a smell. I did smell it in store, but I'll go ahead and spray it and smell it now as well. You might also hear my cat in the background. She is purring and wants to hang out, but there's not space for her up here right now, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry down for a second. And I'm gonna give it a smell. Okay, so this is a sweet vanilla woody, kind of woody ambery scent, very much like a fall winter vibe, very cozy, powdery, musky, slightly woody vanilla. It's got some depth to it. I'm assuming maybe a sandalwood note or something like that. It also has a bit of almost like a toasted marshmallowy type vibe. It's definitely sweet. It's not super subtle. Like, I know all these Bare scents are, I think, supposed to be on the more subtle side because they're called Bare, but it's not, to me, it's not like super duper subtle. Okay, no, I'm sorry, honey. I have to move my cat again. Yeah, this, reminds me a little bit of Commodities Milk, the like least strong one, because it's not that strong, but it's got that like, it's kind of lactonic too. Like maybe there's, I don't know if there's like a milk note or like a whipped cream note, marshmallow, something a bit lactonic, I would say. So it does remind me a bit of Commodities Milk minus the personal version. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read the main accords that we have listed on Fragrantica. So we have main accords of vanilla, powdery, lactonic, woody, warm spicy, leather, musky, sweet, and balsamic. Yeah, so definitely getting vanilla, sweet, powdery. It does say lactonic, so I feel like maybe there is like a milk note or a whipped cream. And because this is called Sueded vanilla, I'm just gonna guess there's like a suede note in here. I haven't looked. It actually says it on the back as well as Fragrantica. I haven't looked yet. But I'm gonna guess there's a vanilla note, like a suede note, maybe also a woody note. And maybe like something kind of milky. I don't know. So yeah, but I think the notes on here are slightly different than what it says on Fragrantica. So let's start with what it says on the back of the box. Okay, so it lists just 3 notes. For all of these bare fragrances from Victoria's Secret, it just lists 3 notes, and they are wild saffron, creamy sandalwood, and vanilla milk. Okay, so I feel like that is kind of more than 3 notes it's trying to get at, because like vanilla milk is kind of like 2 notes, you know what I mean? It's like a milky vanilla. And then sandalwood, creamy again, creamy and milk, so definitely creating like a lactonic vibe, lactonic milky vanilla. And then wild saffron. You all, I am not really, for whatever reason, saffron is a note that I like, I just feel completely unfamiliar with. I don't have like any fragrances that have saffron in it. So I know it's a spice, like a warm spice, but I don't know. I know it's in Baccarat Rouge 540. I am just very unfamiliar with it, so I can't really speak to like how much I'm smelling that or not. Let's go ahead and look at the notes listed on Fragrantica to see if it says anything different. Okay. Oh yeah, they didn't list a suede note, which is so funny because it doesn't smell like a straight up suede at all. It doesn't smell like leathery, but you think if it says suede, there'd be suede. But anyway, Fragrantica lists 5 notes, and they basically are kind of getting at this, except they do say suede as well. So Fragrantica says suede, sandalwood, vanilla, milk, and saffron. So that's definitely the vibe. The only thing I would add is something sweeter, like I would say like a marshmallow or a whipped cream, or even just like a brown sugar note or something, just because this has quite a bit of sweetness, and I feel like vanilla being the only like sweet note isn't quite enough to explain the sweetness. So yeah, I think this fragrance has done very well. I think it's been very popular. We'll go ahead and look at some of the info, like the statistics on Fragrantica in a minute here. But first, I'll just touch briefly on, since I have this here, this is the Bare Rose. The color actually is kind of a good representation, well, it's a good representation of the smell, because it does have a bit of woodiness to it. The rose has a bit of woodiness, like a musky kind of ethereal woodiness, but it's also fruity and fresh. So it has a rose note, obviously, and then a pear note, as well as sheer woods. So it's like fruity, floral, woody, and it all comes off a bit like fresh, aquatic, also a little woody, but in like a very warm, dreamy, musky way. So I like this, not enough to keep it. I don't know that I'm also going to keep this Sueded vanilla. It's just not quite my favorite type of scent profile, but I think most people would really, really like this. And then lastly, what I'll touch on is Victoria's Secret Heavenly. This one I own in my collection. It's just a little mini, but I really love this fragrance. It's definitely, if any of these were to be like truly bare or, you know, minimalist, it would be this one. This is a musky, powdery vanilla scent, but it's very subtle and it's not that sweet. I mean, it's got like a touch of sweetness, but it's a little bit just more like airy, subtle. So the notes are musk, like a white, think like a white, airy, fluffy musk, vanilla, sandalwood, so it definitely adds a little bit of dry woodiness, powdery woodiness, and also jasmine, which I think just gives a very clean, vaguely white floral feel. And altogether it's just extremely clean, subtle, like put together, but also kind of welcoming, a little bit cozy as well. Like I feel like it could go cozy, it could also go very like chic and professional. I just feel like it's a very, I just really like it. I really like this fragrance. It's very subtle, it does not have great projection or longevity, all of that, but I like the smell. I'm gonna take my coat thing off because I'm too hot. Okay, so back to Bare Sueded Vanilla. I'm just gonna run through Fragrantica and tell you some information around this. So like I said, it was launched in 2025, so just this year. It's their newest release from the Bare line, and it has a rating on Fragrantica of 4.49 out of 5 with 120 votes, so that's a really good rating. You basically hardly ever see ratings that high, so the people who have tried this out really like it, but only 120 people have rated it. It's not super common, but I think it's done really well and will probably continue to sell very well. It's definitely got that like sweet vanilla profile, but it's also a little bit nuanced because it has a little bit of woodiness, like a kind of molecular woodiness, and a bit of like a lactonic touch. Okay, let's finish up by looking. Okay, so people, I haven't worn this yet. I'm just pregnant and I'm not really in the mood for perfumes, but people on Fragrantica say it is kind of mid-range to longer lasting, so apparently it has decent longevity, which is nice. That would make sense with having the vanilla and that kind of slightly molecular woody muskiness. You would expect it to last a little longer. People are saying the sillage is a bit mid-range, maybe on the lighter side. Yeah, I feel like it would create a bubble a little bit close to the body, but definitely not minimalist or like a skin scent. Okay, let's go ahead and read a few reviews to wrap this all up. Somebody says, it's really underwhelming. Glad I tested it on skin and clothes for the dry down. This is boring, older, and warm vanilla. This is the boring, older, and of warm vanilla sugar. I don't know if warm vanilla sugar is a Victoria's Secret fragrance or like a Bath and Body Works fragrance, but that person thinks that this is boring. Somebody else says this is my favorite. Your favorite? Oh, if your favorite Sol de Janeiro mist is Cheirosa 59, don't hesitate to buy this one. Bare Sueded Vanilla is literally the perfume version of Cheirosa 59 with a touch of Fleur Vanilla skin. I have smelled Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 59. It's the one in the purple bottle, and it's like a violet vanilla. I think it's like vanilla violet, and it almost has like it might have like ambroxan. It's got a bit of a like molecular woodiness to it. And it's true, it does smell similar to this. I would say this is a little more vanilla heavy, but yeah, I think I agree. If you like that one by Sol de Janeiro, you would probably also like this one. Okay, somebody else says, a beautiful fragrance that's a wonderful addition to the Bare line, still maintaining that but better overall idea of Bare. Sueded Vanilla rounds out the collection with a warm, spicy, yet slightly creamy approach. Instantly smell the spice of saffron, which is warmed by the sandalwood, also getting a non-gourmand vanilla that sits slightly under the nose. This fragrance has nice creaminess to my nose, but it's not hugely lactonic. See, to me, this is definitely a gourmand vanilla. To me, it smells sweet, it smells edible, especially having the lactonic aspect to it. So I would say this to me feels like a gourmand fragrance, but not like uber heavy, you know? But it's not like not there either. I guess for me, because I'm not like super huge on gourmands, this definitely feels like a gourmand, but maybe for gourmand lovers it feels very subtle. Okay, let's read one more negative review. See what's I guess there's no like negative reviews, but there's like some in between reviews. Let's see. Actually, that's all. I'm not, let's see. Oh, somebody says, confused by this scent. I sprayed on the card and was enjoying it, but unfortunately it went sour on my skin, the way some lactonic fragrances do. Yeah, everybody's skin chemistry is different, so that's why I put fragrances on my clothes. They also last longer, and I feel like they don't just get absorbed right into my body, which I don't love the idea of. So that's why I personally just put them on clothing. Okay, everybody, so that was the review of Victoria's Secret Bare Sueded Vanilla. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sending you all peace, love, beauty, and harmony, and I'll catch you all again soon. Okay, bye.